You're listening to Dene Michael here on True Radio, the home of proper good music and proper good interviews on a Sunday. And we're very fortunate this week to have the original member from Modern Romance, and it's Andy Kyriacou. Hi, Andy.
Hi, mate. Hi.
You still there?
I'm still here. Yeah, going nowhere. I mean, where am I going to go? It's raining outside. Listen, I don't know if you can hear it. It's torrential.
Oh, dear. Well, it's not been too bad. I mean, the weather's changing again here now, but it's been quite nice here in sunny old Yorkshire.
Well, I'm going out in a while, and I'm going to get my scuba diving gear on just in case.
Just in case. So, Andy, as we said before, you're one of the original members and of Modern Romance, and we played the song already, Everybody's Salsa. What was it like when you first went on Top of the Pops? I know we had a great experience, and it's like winning the pools, isn't it?
It is. It's like winning the pools, and it's like everything. It's like the best day ever because you sort of arrive and you see these other bands, and you think, oh yeah, there's so and so there, and you think, hang on, when they finish, I'm going to be on that stage and I'm doing that as well, and you kind of realise actually you've arrived in the literal. So we are part of what these guys are doing. We're now part of it. But I must admit, the one thing that did surprise me was how small the studio was, and I'm sure you saw that as well. Because on TV, it looks like an aircraft hangar. It looks massive. And you get there and you think, how clever are they to make it look that big? Because it's not small, but it's not exactly a vast, huge, arena like you think it is. It's just very clever camera work. And,
it is. And now they bring everybody in as well, and all the dancers and everything to be involved. It's fabulous, isn't it?
That's great.
It's a wonderful feeling. I know when I was a lot younger and I dreamt of always being on Top of the Pops. And that first time when you do it, you think, that's it, I've done it,
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny about all the artists that were there on that day, for some reason, there's one song that resonated with me and stayed with me. And every time I hear it, immediately, my first Top of the Pops, and that's Souvenirs.
Yeah.
And the song Souvenirs, as soon as that comes on, and I think the Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, that song, I'm immediately transported back to the Top of the Pops that day.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous. Now you're writing a book as well as I am at the moment, and how's that going on? Have you got any further with it yet?
Well, I ostensibly I finished it initially because what it was taken. It was a book based on my diaries. I kept a diary from 1981, and it just happens that I started it in 1981 and met the band midway through 1981. So my first meeting with them is in there. I bumped into a band called Modern Romance. Yeah, no one knew who they were. Started chatting. So everything's in there. It says from 81 to 85 when I decided I wasn't going to do the diary anymore. I actually found an entry that said, I've decided today is my last day. I'm fed up with writing in this diary. And that was it. It just finished.
Right.
Yeah. And then I've got a section which is 1999 to the present day, all based on memory and going through our contracts and seeing what gigs we played and going, oh yeah, I remember this funny thing happened at this gig, whatever, I'm writing it. But then having completed it and then speaking to someone, decided that, you know what, the suggestion is really good. I should actually, because it starts when I'm 23 years old. And I think, well, people might want to know about the first 23 years and my Greek Cypriot upbringing and where we lived and where I was born and everything. So I thought, you know what, rather than just give it as a sort of started at 23, finishes at 28, then continues again, my kids aren't in it. And I think they're my biggest achievement. And they're not mentioned. And I thought, no, do you know what? Rather than do it the way I've done it, which is great, it's funny and people have read bits, I think I'd rather just take a step back and add to it and make it a full autobiography.
Yeah.
A more complete look at what I've done in my life.
That's it. Yeah, it's very interesting when you think back to what you actually have done through your career and everything else. Not just that little piece of the diary, but like you say, your Greek, your Cypriot upbringing and all that. And people are very interested in that. They're all interested where you came from and your family and everything else.
And also, previous bands, because all of a sudden you're doing a few things and bang, you're in Modern Romance. But No, it didn't happen overnight. That's not the overnight success. There were bands I played in before. I played in pubs and underground things and all kind of places. So I think that all needs to be part of it, just
Yeah.
to make it more interesting when you do go to Modern Romance. People realise, oh, so he did all this before and then was in Modern Romance. And
That's right.
then after Modern Romance, after Modern Romance says nothing, and then in 1999 he started up again. But what did he do in the intervening years? Well, I had a family, I had children, I had friends, I had all kinds of things happening. So
Yeah.
that all needs to be in there. So yes, although as I said, in the main it was finished, but having decided that I'm going to add to it, I'm going to expand on it and just make it a bit more of a complete kind of life story.
You'll have to let us know when it comes out, and then we can give you another plug. You can come on the
Yeah,
program.
yeah, I'd love to come
That'd
on,
be
yeah.
great. So, Andy, what we're going to do, we're going to play a few more songs, and then we're going to have you back on, and then we're going to play the rest of the interview, and then we're going to play your best years of our lives. So,
Okay.
Andy from Modern Romance, thanks for being on True Radio with us tonight.
I shall be here waiting.